Muslims generally have despised and hated how Jewish occupation in Israel has allegedly materialized. They accuse Jews of stealing lands not their own and should, as a matter of principle, return the land to its allegedly true owner, the Palestinian Arabs displaced and presently in refugee status. Here is an excerpt from Haaretz.com. Israeli Jews should get out of Palestine and go back home, to Germany and Poland, senior White House press corps member Helen Thomas was taped as saying earlier this week, bringing calls for her resignation by Jewish organization B'nai B'rith. In a recently uploaded YouTube video, Thomas can be heard saying that Israel should get the hell out of Palestine, adding that the land was Palestinian, not German, it's not Polish. When asked where then the Jews should go, the senior White House correspondent said they should go home. To Poland, Germany and America and everywhere else. Unquote. This reflects anti-Semitic sentiment all around the globe. Many, if not generally anti-Semites wishes the expulsion of Jews from Israel, which they say is stolen property. We expect Muslims to be in this regard as a form of Islamic principle as it say. 2191-Kill them, unbelievers, wherever you find them. Drive them out of the places from which they drove you, for persecution is worse than slaughter. Such is the reward of those who reject faith. Unquote. As we can see, it is an Islamic sanction to resort to warfare in retaliation for those who displaced Muslims from their homes. So they have Islamic right to war and expel Jews out of Israel. So where is the hypocrisy? Let us recount on history how Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa mosques were built on Israel. Firstly, Muslims invaded Jerusalem and built its kingdom there. They likewise built the two mosques upon the ruin of the Jewish temple, which is still evident how its western wall is still existing. Meaning, they too built the two mosques on stolen land. Now the question, when Muslims, that is the Islamic Caliphate, invaded Jerusalem, was it a Muslim country? Of course not. It was Jewish homeland under the Byzantine Empire. Here is history. Let's read. Jerusalem was an important city of the Byzantine province of Palestina Prima. Just 23 years prior to the Muslim conquest, in 614, it fell to an invading Sassanid army under Sharbaraz during the last of the Byzantine-Sassanid wars. The Persians looted the city, and are said to have massacred its 90,000 Christian inhabitants. As part of the looting, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre was destroyed and the true cross captured and taken to Ctesiphon as a battle-captured holy relic. The cross was later returned to Jerusalem by Emperor Heraclius after his final victory against the Persians in 628. It was believed that the Jews, who were persecuted in their Roman-controlled homeland, had aided the Persians. Unquote. The citation for saying Jerusalem was a Jewish homeland on 628 AD was from this source. Therefore, Jerusalem during when Muslims invaded it on 637 AD was a Jewish homeland. Now for the hypocrisy. If you clamor that Israel must be returned to its allegedly rightful owner, which were the Palestinian Arabs, because it is stolen property, shouldn't it be proper to return the land where Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa mosques stood to its original owner, the Jews? Now go ahead and decipher what I mean by that hypocrisy. They want allegedly stolen property to be returned but refuse to return theirs. Islamic hypocrisy. The two mosques in Temple Mount, namely, Dome of the Rock and Al-Aqsa, were built on conquered land. Should it remain on conquered land? Zionist Jews on West Bank dwell on conquered land. Should they remain there? If you want Jews to get out from conquered land, let your two mosques get out also of conquered land. Should you comply? Now, That is hypocrisy. It isn't just hypocrisy. It is dishonor to the Jews. Muslims knew that the Temple Mount is a holy site for Jews, yet have built their 2 mosques there, which in return desecrated the holy sites. Now they are shameless to have owned it by themselves, preventing access for the Jews. Folks, Temple Mount is a Jewish holy site. It isn't yours, Muslims. Get out from there. Thank you.